Hello and welcome to Moment of Truth on Labour Social. I'm Graham Hughes. Parliamentary staff have reported a predatory culture at the House of Commons, with inappropriate flirting and sexual misconduct still prevalent. 6 staff members told BBC Newsnight that abuses of power by male MPs and senior staff were common, and the new complaints process was too slow. Incidents of misconduct include coercing a woman to sit on a male MP's lap and bombarding her with text messages. A House of Commons spokesman referenced in the report emphasised that complaints were taken seriously and that bullying, harassment and sexual misconduct had no place in Parliament. But then they would say that, wouldn't they? Recent allegations have led to the suspension of several MPs. However, there are still MPs exclusively in the Tory party who have been accused of sexual misconduct up to and including rape, who still retain the party whip. The staff members interviewed by the BBC said little had changed despite the implementation of this new complaints scheme, and that all their allegations were from the past couple of years. Staff described incidents of inappropriate touching, flirting and objectification by MPs towards younger staff members. This isn't historic abuse. This is happening now, today, in Parliament. The Independent Complaints and Grievance Scheme, the ICGS, established in 2018, has been criticised for its slow investigations. One senior official described the House of Commons as not being a safe place and criticised the ineffectiveness of the complaints process. Our Parliament, our representation on a national level and on the international stage, not a safe place. The average investigation time for cases involving MPs was found to be much longer than those involving parliamentary staff. This has predictably led to a reluctance amongst victims to report incidents. So we might well be looking at the tip of the iceberg here. And let's face it, the Tories have been in charge for 13 years. A party teeming with nasty little entitled shits who believe that there's one rule for them and another for the rest of us. They genuinely believe that they can get away with anything. Sadly, for far too many Tory voters, that might well be true. 1 year ago today, Boris Johnson's Health Secretary and Chancellor resigned over his handling of the Chris Pincher affair concerning allegations of sexual assault that Johnson feigned ignorance about, eventually leading to him having no choice but to resign from office. When asked by Julia McFarlane of the One Decision podcast if he could have handled things differently, here was his response.
When I look at what
would you have listened to your colleagues a bit more when they conveyed their unease over things like the Chris Pincher affair, the Owen Paterson row, at what any of these turning points?
Okay, look, Julia, I think, you know...
Yeah, he pretended to fall asleep. Nice. If we even hope to begin to bring a sense of dignity back to the House of Commons, there must be root and stem reform of our entire parliamentary system. And that starts with voting this gruesome bastard Tory party out of office as soon as possible and once and for all.